went by. Poof! Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is another week, but thank God we're here today, right? It is another week, a brand new week. It is Monday, January the 22nd, 2024. Good morning to you and yours. It is THG News Today with Mervyn Hanley. In case that this is your first time joining our news broadcast, I say welcome to you. And please, if you have not already, subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's THG Network, so you don't miss a thing. Our news this morning, of course, is brought to you with the kind compliments of Carl & Sons on St. Martin. We'll hear from Carl & Sons shortly. And I trust that you had yourselves a wonderful weekend. It was an amazing weekend. It was a blessed weekend. And when I say amazing, not that something spectacular happened, but just a weekend of peace and relaxation and just the blessings of God, basically. Yeah? And that is most important out of everything, to have the abundance of God's blessings over your life. Yesterday I was in church, so this is not going to be another church service here on THG News Today. Let us hear from Carl & Sons, and we will be right back with the news.
Carl & Sons have been serving the people of St. Martin for over 40 years, and the food and service get better and better. From early morning, customers flock to the bakery for their favorite sandwiches, cakes, pastries, you name it. First thing at mornings and last thing at afternoons, folks rush to Carl & Sons for simply the best. There are two locations, Colbay and on the Punfill. In Colbay, the opening hours are Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. On Saturdays, 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. And on Sundays, 6:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Opening hours on the Punfill, Monday to Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, 6:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. We also cater for weddings, parties, special events, whatever the occasion. It's Carl & Sons. Our staff, we are always happy to serve you. Call us today, the Colbay location, 721-544-2462. That's 721-544-2462. Or in Phillipsburg, 721-543-1059. That's 721-543-1059. It's Carl & Sons Bakery. We are here to serve you.
We begin this morning with news out of St. Kitts and Nevis. The police have arrested and charged Dominique Greene of School Road, Old Road, St. Kitts, on 6 counts of possession of ammunition and 2 counts of possession of firearms. Mr. Greene's charges are the result of a joint search operation conducted at his home on January 19th by the Anti-Narcotics Unit and the Joint Security Operations Tactical Team of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force, the St. Kitts and Nevis Defense Force, and officers from the St. Kitts and Nevis Customs and Excise Department. Well, it looks like the whole of the entire law enforcement went to get this kid, or at least search his home. During the search, and you may understand why, officers recovered, and some of these things I can't even name. I don't even know how to pronounce them, that they found at this guy's residence. But anyway, here we go. During the search, officers recovered 1 AK-47 assault rifle, 1 Taurus revolver with 5 rounds in the barrel, 61 9mm rounds, 1 40mm round, 6 38mm rounds, 4 380mm rounds, 21 rounds of something else, 2 pairs of camouflaged pants, 1 camouflaged jacket, 1 bulletproof vest. This was a one-man army here. My goodness. Mr. Greene was charged on January 20th at the Bastia Police Station. The Royal St. Christopher Nevis Police Force sincerely thanked the St. Kitts and Nevis Defense Force and the St. Kitts and Nevis Customs and Excise Department for their continued collaboration in the maintenance of law and order in St. Kitts and Nevis. This guy knew the entire book thrown at him. I'm sorry. Once they're found on his property and he's there. With all this, he was fighting a war. Let's continue with our news out of Jamaica. A former legislator with the main opposition People's National Party, Jolyan Silvera, has been charged with the murder of his wife, Melissa, Silvera, who has been in custody since Thursday, was charged following questioning on Friday morning by detectives attached to the Major Investigation Division. According to the Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of crime, Fitz Bailey, Silvera was taken into custody following consultation with the Director of Public Prosecutions and after the police satisfied ourselves that there is sufficient evidence to mount a viable prosecution. According to police reports on November 10th, Mrs. Silvera reportedly died in her sleep, but a postmortem later revealed the presence of bullet fragments in her body. So, all along they thought that she died in her sleep, but bullet fragments in her body? How is that though? I guess they figured it out. The police then opened a murder investigation into the matter. However, Silvera's attorney says his client is maintaining his innocence. Of course, that's what he'll do. He'll maintain his innocence. So we'll follow the story regarding the former PNP. That's the main opposition party there on Jamaica. The former PNP's legislator, Jolyan Silvera. Okay, folks. Well, today begins the trial of former Premier of the British Virgin Islands, the Honorable Andrew A. Fahie. Fahie was arrested back in April of 2022 in Miami, Florida, on charges of conspiring to import cocaine and engage in money laundering, along with attempted money laundering and racketeering, the entire enchilada. Now, we will see if this case begins today because there has been so many delays, and I can just imagine the trauma and distress the former premier and his family are going through and have endured. I want to remind us that the former premier is innocent until the court finds him guilty. I know he has one of the best attorneys in the country representing him. Her name is Theresa Van Vliet. That's V-A-N, Theresa Van Vliet. V-L-I-E-T. She was also a former federal prosecutor, so she knows her stuff. And she also knows that the world is watching, so we'll know the outcome of this case in a few weeks if it begins today. Premier Fahie was doing so well in the British Virgin Islands. A matter of fact, I know some leaders in the region who actually was jealous of the work that Fahie was doing in the BVI. And he had a bold vision for his territory, a man who he was not afraid of the British. And while he has to defend himself against these charges, no one cannot tell me that the British did not have a hand in all of this. They wanted Fahie gone from the day he was sworn into office. Did he take the bait? Well, we'll see how it plays out in court over the next couple of weeks. Again, I wish his family well, and we will be following the court proceedings and report to you, the listening and the viewing audience. Okay? That's the trial of former Premier of the British Virgin Islands, Andrew A. Fahie. That's the news for today. I'm here tomorrow again, God's willing, Tuesday at 6 o'clock in the morning, where I'll present to you another edition of THG News Today. I am Mervyn Hanley, and I am wishing every one of you a blessed day.